The monsoon fury, several affected states here, 3 states which are currently bearing the brunt this monsoon season. This is Kerala, Karnataka and Uttarakhand, which is in the north. They are ravaged by floods, lives have been lost, houses have been permanently damaged yet again. And of these 2 states in the south, which is Kerala and Karnataka, are facing these floods 2 years running. Kerala, in fact, is 3 years running non-stop. Prime Minister Modi has held a review meet today with chief ministers of 6 states who are affected by the floods. This was a video conference with the chief ministers of Assam. Assam, of course, which has been reeling under floods at least for the last 1 month with a very high death toll right now. Even the state of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Kerala. This is to review preparedness of all these states. Let's now get you state-by-state details here. We are first starting with updates coming in from Kerala. This is in one of the worst landslides that have been reported so far this year in the monsoon, which is the Udiki landslide. And believe it or not, the rescue operations from that landslide are still on. It has been 4 days. Weather unrelenting has continued to remain intense, which is of course also slowed down the rescue operations, but they're still on. Death toll that mounts to 48 with over 20 people who are still feared to be trapped. The NDRF teams are there as well. They're battling rain, slush and very difficult, tough, slippery terrain. Sniffer dogs now are being used, and this is to trace people who are still buried under the debris. In Karnataka, which is also facing the floods a second year, continuously, consecutively. Parts of Karnataka which are still suffering because of the heavy rains. This is Uttara Kannada. Incessant rains that are forcing people to take refuge in shelter camps now. The Srinagri road there, which has been blocked following landslides here. Once again, these that are being reported in Chikmagalur. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi, who was in touch with the Karnataka State Home Minister here to take stock of the flood situation in the state. Remember, the Kerala Chief Minister himself has just recovered from coronavirus, has only just tested negative.
North interior Karnataka are very likely to experience light to moderate widespread rainfall on 10th August, fairly widespread rainfall on 11th August and scattered rainfall on 12th, 13th and 14th August. Districts in South Interior Karnataka are very likely to experience widespread rainfall on 10th August, fairly widespread rainfall on 11th August and scattered rainfall on 12th, 13th and 14th August. Bangalore city is very likely to experience rain on 10th and 11th August. Fishermen are advised not to venture into the sea of Karnataka coast due to strong winds.
Our correspondent Neha Hebale is getting us further inputs here on this. Neha, a lot of these areas are facing floods yet again. They have barely recovered from the floods last year. Does this make the situation all the more difficult? This is a plight for the people yet again and far too soon.
Well, sir, that's absolutely correct. We're seeing how, several districts that were affected by the floods last year are at present facing a flood-like situation. So we're seeing, nearly, of course, about 1,500 to 1,800 persons across Karnataka being, relocated to shelter homes or to relief camps. And apart from this also, we're seeing how almost about 13 people have already lost their lives in rain-related incidents. And moreover, importantly, in fact, the fact that COVID cases also in the state of Karnataka are on the rise is a cause of concern. Looking at, some of the affected districts which happen to be in the Malnad region, such as Chikmagalur and Kodagu, wherein landslides have occurred and, people have gone missing. 4 people are still reported to be missing, from Kodagu district, which of course include the Talakaveri priest, the temple priest, and several others also. So apart from this, also sir, we're seeing in Chikmagaluru a landslide today, actually caused one of the main connecting roads from Sringeri to the Chikmagaluru district actually being blocked. While it was a small landslide, the impact that it had was, quite a bit. Minding the fact that that's in fact one of the only main link roads that the district actually has. So that's of course, about the Malnar region. Talking about the coastal districts, like also our CF Patil, the Met Director, was also telling us that, a red alert has been issued, heavy to very heavy rainfall that's expected on the coastal parts. And Dakshin Kannada, of course, one of the districts that's really reeling under a severe flood-like situation, and also at the same time has nearly, of course, about 8,000 positive cases that have been reported till date. So a dual challenge over here for the government, but we really have to, of course, hope that they're able to mitigate this quickly. Let's keep in mind the fact that the Chief Minister also, got discharged from hospital today after recovering from COVID-19.
Yes, Neha, thank you for getting us those inputs here. This is, of course, in several areas which also run the risk of being entirely inaccessible as rescue operations on breakneck pace there, which are still on.